Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cloudy Sheep, and we are playing Afghanistan 11. We're in turn 24, so round about maybe 50% on the way to the point where we need to hand over all the responsibility to the Afghans. Things are going relatively well, even though we made a huge mistake. During the last couple of rounds, we won the political election here. We do have now new Taliban new president of Afghanistan, who's sort of mixed and in the middle. Some positive US traits, some positive Taliban traits, and we're just trying to fight right now against some militias and Talibans. There are no Talibans on the map right now, no Afghan crops either, so that's very good. However, 2 militia cadres, and we still are on our way to clearing a couple of IEDs, which are up here primarily, and probably on pretty much all of these roads. We just built our second base down here, our second forward operating base, so we can train up some more Afghan National Army infantry, which is just going to be a fun idea, just so we can hand over the responsibility soon. We also got our first Afghan National Army Special Forces here, which is a good thing, of course, because when you can't get them any other way than leveling them up through continuous fighting. So it's rather important that we did that and got hold of some of these guys. It does, however, mean that we only have 2 standard infantry, which are the guys we can visit these villages, gather some intel, increase the hulls and mines. So it will be important just to expand on that a bit, which is why we built this base down here. However, here's the mistake that we made. I had the rough idea to place an artillery down here, just as we have here, so that we could cover all of this area and engage anyone who dares to come into our range. In particular, since we do have a good idea that probably here, around here, probably here, there's some cave systems where militias spawn. However, here's the mistake. You can only build the artillery pit extension here. We can build it here. We could build it down here, but we can't reach it. This mountain range is blocking our engineering vehicle of moving down there, and the Chinook can't actually do that. I thought it could. It cannot. So that's a bit of a bad mistake. We do now have our forward operating base here, but it won't ever be able to expand and get any of the useful extensions. It's a bit of a pity, but oh my, what can you do? Let's get some more intel. These guys up here.
Copy that.
Just do us.
New intel incoming. Militia spotted.
Okay, that's very interesting. To be honest, that's very interesting since we do have our guys over here, so maybe we'll move in there, but let's think about that in a second. Can we pick you up? You can.
Roger.
I think we could start to move over here and do that sort of thing, but I'm tempted to actually go over here. No, that's the job of my vehicle.
Moving out.
So start over here. There's always a bit of danger because we do know that some militia was spotted here on some points, so they might be there and setting up ambushes, which wouldn't be altogether too great for us, but sometimes that's just what you need to do. Also, there's a problem here in that these waterworks broke down, and waterworks do generate a lot of political power income, but the big drawback is that they can break down, and that decreases the hulls and mines. So you just send out a mine clearing vehicle there just to make sure that this road is clear. Always a bit of a hassle, but that's what you need to do. And then try if we can't fix it.
Copy solid.
Probably not this turn, next turn. Yeah, too bad. What else can we do? We do have these Afghans over here. We do know that it's only about the militia. There are currently 2 militia units, and this is one. So let's see what we have in here. We have an MI8, we have the US infantry, we got the Afghan infantry down here. There is a bit of an intel backlog over here and here. And I'm not sure we can actually use these guys to transport them, because we just brought them down with this MRAP here, and this is sort of difficult terrain. But on the other hand, if these guys do reach the village, they'll probably cause some disturbance along the way. So I'm actually gonna try to move out and intercept these guys, even though that's not really the primary job there of them. Supply truck.
Moving out.
Anytime, but we just moved down there, so hopefully should be fine. The MREP could move up a bit. We could have maybe already.
Copy solid.
But we'll just keep it here, just so it's a bit of bulk work against these guys moving into the village. Then I think we are going to move out this helicopter already, so we can pick these guys up later on and just immediately ferry them over to there. So
Moving out.
Just give it a bit of time and going back and forth all the way. Special Forces probably did their training on one of these armored vehicles, and it's a good idea to continue to do that, just so we have some of these units. These guys can also move out and get over there.
Roger.
They're not quite as bad and quite as good as the American AMRAPs, but still, since we do need to eventually withdraw, I think it's going to be a fine idea to do that. What else have we got? The Afghan Special Forces. What do we want to do with you guys? There's also some Special Forces up here, which
We're Oscar Mike.
build an observation post, because we do know that there's a base over here. US infantry, no job really for you right now. Neither for you. I mean, you could move out, but the Afghans are so much better that there's really not much point in doing that. I think one AMRAP here will be fine, so the AMRAP is Black Hawk. Again, not that much point in moving out. I mean, we could try to collect these guys and do some fancy thing over there, but right now, no point in that. Supply truck, again, he's just a sort of joker sitting here, but things do get bad. I don't think we have anyone in here. And then Chile can just go
Moving out.
better situated there. Let's get down. Apache, no job, since we only have this militia down there, and I think that's too far away. So again, these guys. We spotted some militia here at some point, some over there, so we can sort of form a good estimate of where there must be some enemy activity. I think maybe it would be a good idea just to get them over here, because we have our US forces sort of over here. We have the gunship helicopter can spot here. We have special forces that are doing a lot of training in here, a lot of training in there. So I think it's a good idea just to move them over there, slowly but surely. Maybe we'll just try to leg our way back to
Copy that.
base, so we can get picked up. No, you're just gonna stay here in the open.
We're Oscar
Let's get back
Mike.
to base so the fuel doesn't go down and it can. AMRAP, wait its turn. And what else have we got? Must be some unit that we set up to do something that I don't quite remember. Okay, it was just the buffalo.
Militia spotted.
Okay, so just militia down here. Actually moved into range. Very nice.
Copy solid. Taking fire.
And of course we lose. But still, we get a promotion. So that's nice. Though I would have preferred
Roger.
to win, obviously, but the militia also dispersed. They
Copy that.
was at the start of the occasional fighting.
Village uncooperative.
Will we be able to make it back to there?
We're Oscar Mike. Copy solid.
Okay, Emerald can
Moving out.
It's just a backup anyway. These waterworks really need to be fixed.
Affirmative. Copy solid. Waterworks repaired.
Let's find out there. You start to collect. You could, but is there really any point? Yeah.
Copy solid.
I think because these guys are wounded, I would like.
Copy that.
Shit. There was actually another mistake. I didn't mean to do that. We now have another special forces unit, which on the other hand is very great. Don't get me wrong. And apparently that healed them completely, which is very nice and good. But the big drawback of that is that we just got rid of our Afghan infantry
Copy solid.
that we had. So that means we are down to one Afghan infantry, this helicopter here. And
Copy
we need
solid.
these guys to gather more intelligence. It's a very crucial job.
Village uncooperative.
And they are so much better than
Roger.
US infantry, because I think the idea is that they know the language much better and the culture.
Roger.
You know, villages are much more open when talking to their own people rather than people that they might
Copy
see as
that.
occupied.
Village uncooperative.
So, in order to get that right, it's really good that we're training someone down there. But yeah, I would have preferred if that was not the case. So we can think about picking up our US infantry here to sort of move over there. I don't want to really use the supply truck for that. These guys I think can move back to base.
Affirmative.
Just clear the road, there shouldn't be anything on there. Hopefully it's always a bit of a gamble, but then again, you know, if you do it all the time, you can't really have it be sufficient, be efficient. So that's what I have to do. Down here, there's a lot of backlog in Intel, so we really should start to get going at some point. These special forces up here, they are right now starting to get a bit low on rations, so we need to bring something over there. We can use the Black Hawk, but it's actually anyway way this way. You can see the transport and the costs to move, which are pretty high, 5. Chinook is a bit more expensive even. I'm not too sure how expensive the MI8s are. It's a 5 as well, so not much of a point in placing them actually. So I think we're just gonna collect some rations with our Black Hawk here and start to move over.
We're Oscar Mike.
Just so we can make sure that these guys do have some next time. I think I'm gonna move
Copy that.
slightly
Copy solid.
because if they do spawn and go down here, I don't want them to run basically into these special forces. Now these special forces, on the other hand, now that we do have someone over here, I don't think they'll be required anymore. I'm not sure whether these guys can actually train up infantry, so I'm a bit reluctant on that right now. Could check up here again, but I also kind of like this idea that we have so much visibility over down here. I think we can start to make it
Affirmative.
just by foot. These guys do have decent mobility anyway. Waterworks are fine. so we can maybe continue our build up here, just to make sure that this area has the potential, at least, of
Moving out.
being served by road. That would be especially important once the Afghans take over, because as you can see there can only be 3 helicopters of the Afghan National Army, and we do right now even use more helicopters. We have the Chinook, we have a couple of M8s, and we have the Black Hawk, so that's going to be a bit essential. This Husky is fine. I think this one can go back to
Copy
base.
that.
And we can start to think about making a small expedition here just to clear all these things, although that might even be a good idea once the next election kicks in, so we can demonstrate, in the just before the election that things are okay. I would like to move this guy up here now, but I don't think there's much in terms of transportation. The supply truck is the only one that could really go there on the road, but it's very, very squishy. We could send the Husky up first, but no, the MRAP is just around the corner, so no. One MRAP here, still fine. Supply jack. Chinook. If you really don't have anything else to do, what you can do is pick up some UN supplies and drop them off.
Copy that.
It's costly, but it's winning consequence.
UN aid delivered. Copy solid.
I said it's costly because this guy's movements aren't really that cheap. Skip this. I think we next turn want to go up there and make sure that everything is fine. Again, US infantry. Much point in you doing much.
Be advised. Militia in the area.
Okay, so we found another militia unit up here, and we'll need to start thinking about how we deal with it. But first, maybe let's
Affirmative.
up here and get some more intel. So the MRAP is gonna pick up US infantry. Can make it till here. It's also because of the way we moved in. So since we can't get there this turn anyway, I'm somewhat reluctant to actually move out at all. I think we're just gonna skip your turn. And the second vehicle
Copy that.
as well. Yes. Let's think about what we want to do with these guys over there. I think maybe have a look down here as well, because that was somewhat not that cool. So
We're Oscar Mike.
we picked up from that. Again.
Copy solid. Copy
Let's
solid.
see if we can see if there's a Taliban cave or a militia cave down there.
Affirmative.
Again, you can see that it actually changed to a sort of black color. And the helicopter, special forces over here.
Copy that. We're Oscar Mike.
Briefly see what we have in intel. Lots of militia, one where we do know the information. And this one we don't.
Roger.
There, some supplies coming down. Apache. Could maybe start to do that over there. First off, let's supply to
Affirmative.
forces up here. Then let's see. I don't think we can engage them because the way the river works here, normal infantry can't cross it, special forces can. But I think it makes more sense to just
Copy
take
that.
these guys.
A-10 inbound.
Nice. Good job.
Moving out.
Just ready. US infantry. Again, no point in moving out because all of our transport don't have the exact range to do that.
Copy solid.
Can continue our work here. Now it'll start to become a lot more expensive.
Copy that. Copy that.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Copy that.
But then we can make it up here and deliver some units. So, in terms of intelligence gathering, everything is fine up here.
Roger.
Let's try to get these guys back home.
Moving out.
Guys also starting to fuel, so that's a very good idea. And we can then try to grab another helicopter maybe? Yeah, let's take the Chinook. Load up the same Afghans. And bring them over here. You can see how it's the game overall is quite a bit about
Village uncooperative.
and not so much
Copy
about
solid.
the actual fighting. Actual fighting is
Affirmative.
fine in between to some extent.
New intel incoming. IED detected.
More IDs, so really don't drive on this highway. But that's good to know.
Copy
You
solid.
can also see that these guys are switching back and forth between US allegiance and other allegiance, I would say. Which is a bit unfortunate, but
We're Oscar Mike.
probably some sign of activity down here. Still a one
Affirmative.
up here with these special forces. Plus we've got this Husky again, since we're moving up next turn. Supply truck. Do we want to grab more sort of supplies for this area? This is really oh, here's something I did not know. So when you switch over to use promote an Afghan National Army infantry to special forces, you can apparently train some more normal infantry in the same forward operating baseline. So that's very good to know, and that's something that I think we should try to capitalize on. Our political power points are pretty much okay, so one thing I'm going to do is buy more special forces here, and so we can train up more things and just make sure that everything is fine and dandy. I think where are our special forces right now? I think one unit is training a unit in here, one unit is training a unit in there, so I think we should try to get over there. Let's pick up the special forces with the MRAP. No helicopters are available, and let's drop
Copy solid.
there. Just a nice little trip down the road.
Copy solid.
There, and start to train guys. Let's go and depart. I think then we have a very good base of infantry, some special forces as we promote them slowly but surely, and just make sure everything's fine and dandy. These villages are all pretty loyal, except maybe that one. So again, what we are going to do is pick up UN supplies and start to move out.
Copy solid.
So we can be behind guys when they start to move, and again deliver some UN aid just to again demonstrate that we are really the good guys here. You guys can turn, the Husky really could go up there, but not now. Black Hawk.
We're Oscar Mike.
Base. Doesn't train it. You are still just back up. So you really need to turn wait anyway, as do you. Okay, all very good. Let's briefly check where we stand. Civil affairs. So our hearts and minds meter is really good. We lost some conflict, but we do deliver some aid. We visited some villages, so that's very good. Good development there. Personnel is a bit of an issue because we hired some more special forces. That our current ratio went down, so only 43% of the fighting units, 6 out of 14, are Afghan National Army. So right now our current ratio is okay in relation to where we want to be, from, I think it was turn 25 on, but from this turn 30 on, we want to be at 45, so slightly higher. We might actually, I don't think we'll miss that target because we are starting to train more Afghans with these special forces that we just hired, so it should be fine. But again, you can see how it's accelerating. Logistics, we do earn some money. It's quite expensive to move around right now, but the infrastructure, so the waterworks, and the political situation, so this guy, really make it easy to avoid that conflict. We lost a bit, but overall it's very fine. Intelligence, not that many enemies around right now, so everything is absolutely fine. One thing that I haven't really talked about until now is this option. We can drop the motherfall bombs on the cave network, and I think it might be a good idea to do that over here, because that will actually collapse the caves themselves and deny militias the ability to spawn from up here. That might or might not be a good idea, depending on whether we want to build a fort up here and forward operating base up here. We are building that road, so I'm not actually convinced that it's a good idea to just flatten any cave that you know, because when you know they spawn from here, you do have some advantage, because you can pre-position your things and so on. If you don't know that, if they could just spawn anywhere on the map, you're not that much better off, in my opinion. But so for now, we don't really have that much money anyway. I mean, we could do it, but it's not
ANA unit deployed.
that we really need to. No new until this turn, except that we know there are some more Afghans, some more militias on the way. Waterworks are fine, so everything seems good, except for the 3 enemies that are on the map, and we don't know where they are. So we'll be trying to find them, we'll be trying to get some intel, but that's gonna have to wait until next time. Thank you for watching. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cloudy Sheep, and we are playing Afghanistan 11. We're starting to get into the grindy bits of trying to maintain our position. Just ramped up our training efforts, so we have now 3 special forces, 1 in here, which is training more road transport units, and 1 special forces unit in each of these bases, which are training more Afghan National Army units. That means we are slowly but surely closer to our goal of meeting these percentages here, the target ratios. We just exceeded the target ratio for turn 30, so that's going to be fine as well. To be honest, I'm not that negative towards the overall progress in that regard, but we will need to be very careful in regards to how things are going from turn 50 on in particular, because in turn 50 all the US forces will need to withdraw. Logistics trucks will get handed over to the Afghan National Forces, but I think that's it, and no other US units will be on the map. We will still have air power, so there's something there, but it's not much, and the Afghans will need to stem the tide by themselves. So at that point I really want to have more helicopters, more transport, maybe an artillery, and a lot more boots on the ground. We do have 2 special forces of Afghan units right now, so that's very good, but not quite sufficient. Let's gather someone intel. Meanwhile,
Village uncooperative.
or not.
Roger.
That was a very nice little tour. No intel up here or there. So I think in terms of our western district here, We can't make it back home, so we, for the first time here, really have a nice chance to use the operating base, just to take rest and make a little stop there. Now, we don't have that much Afghan National Infantry left. I think there's none over here in our Western District. Sorry, I said Western District for this earlier, didn't I? So I think we only have 2 infantry in total, and both of them are in here right now. So what we really want to do is take out Blackhawk here, because it's rather quick, and simply go down here.
We're Oscar Mike.
Pick up one of these guys and transfer them back over to the west. So we do have a bit of a presence in both places. Which one do we pick? I think this one's going to be fine. And we can leave.
Roger.
Good. Not much more to do here. This is also very fine. These guys are starting to run low on ammo. So let's see what we can do about that in a second. There's no intel down here, but we do want to move over here and actually here to grab what we can get. We do only have a US infantry here for now, but wait a minute, why is... oh no, this guy's fine. We will pick up the infantry, we will pick up the Husky here, make sure we go just far enough to make sure that everything here is covered. These 2 fields must be covered.
Copy that.
Rate of 2, so just to make sure no IDs are there. Very nice. Move out the MRAP and drop off the infantry.
Roger.
You can see the advantage of the road here, that we can now move all the way.
Village uncooperative.
Too bad. Can't do anything about that this turn.
Searching for
Maybe
IDs.
some IDs over here. Nope. Fine as well. Let's grab the UN truck. Can we deliver? We can't. We
We're
just
Oscar
can't.
Mike.
Oh well. We'll have to be fine. Helicopter here. Can
Copy that.
go back to base. Slowly but surely start to review. This MRAP here.
Moving out.
We'll go back. Because we do have really sufficient infantry transport over here. We do have right now a supply truck, which is nice because it's squishy, but this and these monster transport. So that's fine, and that as well. These guys up here are keeping an eye on this spawn.
Roger.
Location. Just put your base there. Our Buffalo here, let's briefly check all of the waterworks are fine, which they are, so we can build
Copy that.
more bridges.
Roger. Copy solid.
Very nice. Now we have a very good connection from all the way down there to here, and we could start to think about a forward operating base here. For now, I think start to think about more waterworks just so we gain more points, but on the other hand we also need to really maybe lag it back here to refuel. Pity that we can't seem to do it this turn. So
Affirmative. Copy solid.
can't do it this turn. The Husky
Moving
can maybe
out.
its way back or not. This MIA. I don't think there's anyone in here that we need to move out. Special forces are training, US infantry is just here as a backup. We could send it home at some point, but right now I don't really see any point in that. These guys do need some supplies at the very least next turn. And we wanted to move them up over there. But I'm not sure whether it's worthwhile to use that by the MI8 or whether we want to use the AMRAP to do that. How much is it to move up with an AMRAP? 3 points, so about half the points, but you know the distance isn't that great, so Let's simply pick up some rations.
Copy that.
So we don't have to think about that next time. And we can
We're Oscar Mike.
get back to base right now as well. Thought we could at least. Oh well, never mind.
Moving out.
Wait. 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 Let's just make a brief little tour here. Check if there's anything undue. Afghan infantry? Oh yeah. You can just wait here. You really don't have anything to do. You guys really should train more of these infantry.
Militia spotted.
Militia spotted. Oh, right over here. Very nice that these guys are over here. Now the bad thing about these guys is that they cannot attack from with the A10. That's the only difference between them and US Special Forces. So that's a bit bad. But let's make sure.
Copy that.
These guys
Copy solid.
back up over here. We should be in mines right now. We just came here.
New intel incoming. IED detected.
So many IDs up there. We really do need to go there at some point. Make the
Copy
delivery.
that. UN aid delivered. Moving out.
But can't make it there. Muskie though.
Moving out.
Should be too far. Nope, that's good. Do we have both Huskies here? No, just one. That's good. Not much to see down here. Can we engage this infantry? I think we can try to drop these guys off somewhere on the way to the village.
Roger.
It's a splendid idea, just so we can level them up. They don't need to become special forces, but I'm aware that they should just become better fighters.
We're Oscar Mike.
And they're just gonna wait over here. You guys
Moving
there,
out.
as agreed. You really need to refuel. Is that count was always?
We're Oscar Mike.
Yes. Nice. I don't think there's a job for you right now.
Copy solid.
Nor for you. Nope. I mean, we could make this tour, but I'm worried that it's probably a good idea to do that just before the election. NA infantry seems to be fine down here, although I don't think we have a good form of transport here. We do have the Chinook, but the Chinook is more valuable for long distance sort of transport, whereas this really is short term, so I think the Mi-8 is actually
We're Oscar Mike.
a bit of costly swap, but still. Wait. Again, no point moving in. Wait. We could pick up the infantry, but let's not. No point in moving out the Apache. This we could do. Pick you guys up.
Roger. Roger.
Get you back to base. So don't spend any. You're fine. You're fine. Could snipe them, but I'm not convinced it's such crucial.
Affirmative.
build up an observation post here.
New ANA unit deployed. Militia spotted.
Oh! That's bad. So House of Mines points have been decreased by quite a bit, I think. Civil affairs, let's see. 3 points! That's huge! Let's see. There's probably a cave up here and one down here. Again, we could try to bomb this one and get rid of it 4 times. Let's just
Copy solid.
go.
Target eliminated. New intel received. IED detected.
And where would that ID be? Up there. Really not bothering anyone. You are out of turns, which is too bad because otherwise you could engage these guys. I think they are moving just to the left. Just do better. But we do have eyes on them, so that's fine. No intel to be gathered anywhere here, which is good because we don't have anyone who can do that really well. How about up here? There's some scope. You know? Let's do that.
Moving out.
Gotta make sure we don't run into anything before we move.
Copy that. We're Oscar Mike.
Very nice. Not much else to do down there. Buffalo, waterworks are fine, waterworks are fine. Do we want to move up here and build some? I think we want.
Roger.
Let's move towards that direction. Do we have a supply truck?
Militia spotted.
Wait, what? Ah! Damn it, so they attacked our buffalo here. Apparently without success, but still that's not very good. No point in doing mines here.